Welcome to Star Citizen and the guide for real pirates. In this guide, we take a detailed look at the current possibilities to earn your USC as a pirate in the verse, whereby we first clarify what constitutes a real pirate in the first place.
I'm a sucker for adrenaline, every villain is.
Because pirate gameplay is also a core component of Star Citizen, in addition to the gameplay mechanics already available, such as mining, bounty hunting or trading. Whether we are fans of piracy or find it annoying.
You take the high road, I'll take the low. Everyone lies cause everyone knows. Feels good to be, feels good to be, feels good to be a little bit bad.
However, this gameplay area is currently not fully implemented, which makes it difficult for pirates to really make a living with it, or even keep up with the widespread game mechanics. So let's polish our cyber wooden leg and raise the black flag. Harr! But first, a big thank you to the real ladies and gentlemen who make this video possible with their support as Patreons, channel members or Twitch subscribers. Thank you! And before we turn our attention to the real and honorable pirates, let's take a quick look at what exactly are not pirates, namely the universally hated faction of griefers and jokers. They shoot down newcomers to Star Citizen with their starter ships, destroy miners at work without a warning, or simply ram others off the landing pad. And in most cases, they then make a run for it as soon as someone fires back. But we come to the real pirates, who follow some principles and stick to them without fail. According to these, the demands are reasonable and not completely excessive, depending on the value of the cargo, and if they are paid, the robbed person is also given safe conduct without having to kick or destroy an engine as a thank you. But above all, real pirates are true to their word, and griefing, senseless destruction or raids on newcomers are taboo. And to say in advance, pirate gameplay does not currently offer a lucrative source of income, but it's associated with a lot of preparation, some time and a certain amount of frustration tolerance. For this you are also dependent on some fellow players, who should at least belong to the advanced Star Citizens. And some knowledge of the game mechanics and modes of operation is necessary. For a raid in which the target is to be pulled out of the Quantum flight, an RSI Mantis is currently required, which, by means of its so far exclusive Quantum Snare, generates a bubble about 20 kilometers in size, which flings ships flying through it out of the Quantum. With its quantum dampener, which is also installed in the Catalyst Blue, it can then prevent ships within about 2 kilometers from using the Quantum again. And in order to immobilize ships, distortion weapons and several EMP-capable ships are also necessary. And that's why you rarely meet real pirates, but rather the faction of jokers and guys who have borrowed their dad's account.
So I went back to where we started out, working 9 to 5 in this small town, when suddenly I see you on my TV.
Especially the well-known mining routes between the lucrative mining areas and the corresponding refineries are often the target of pirates. Here the cargo is usually of high value and the hard-worked miners have already invested a lot of time and are on their way back. So pirates like to lie in wait for their heavy-loaded victims on their direct jump routes. And after a few warning signals in the cockpit, you then find yourself in unmonitored space many kilometers away from the actual jump target. Here, the shields are shut down first, and then the ship systems are completely deactivated with several EMPs. And as long as the Mantis or Catalyst Blue remains within 2 kilometers of the target, escape by jumping is not possible. And at the latest, now there are communication attempts to the target, either via the in-game voice system or chat, whereby depending on the charge and amount of money is demanded, whereby especially with a Quantanium charge, there is not much time for negotiation. Alternatively, the pressure is increased by a boarding maneuver, in which case the pirates gain access to your ship by force. However, at this point it is already clear that the current game mechanics do not yet allow effective pirate gameplay, as the principle save your gear, Alt F4 means that a raid attempt comes to nothing. Although in most cases the raider loses his cargo and often his expensive modules for miners, the pirates come away empty-handed. However, we also lose a lot of fun after this show, which was staged just for us, slips through our fingers, even if it costs a few thousand Alpha USC. Alternatively, logging out of the ship is currently also possible, which is usually the cheapest alternative. Even if, of course, it is not exactly honorable to get out of the affair in this way. And of course, you can also throw yourself into battle, because today is a good day to die. But traders are also potential victims of a raid. After all, there are many ways to spy on the relevant trading places and mark suitable targets, pursue them and then raid them in an unsupervised area. Therefore, a tip to all traders: if their surveillance is deactivated in an area that is actually under surveillance, it is very possible that pirates are lying in wait. Here, especially near the planet, the right time for the raid is decisive, as we are protected inside the outpost and cannot be attacked. Moreover, traders bear a much higher risk, since they have already paid for the cargo in advance, and in the event of a loss of cargo, they would have to accept considerable financial losses on their account. And since pirates have the possibility to scan cargoes, it is also possible to quickly assess how valuable the detected target ultimately is. This brings us to a general tip for all true pirates: traders and miners are more willing to pay if the sum demanded remains within limits, as otherwise there is a risk that the target will simply log out, leave a game via Alt and F4, or simply blow itself up. However, if the sum is reasonable, in the range that does not yet hurt the account, fast Alpha USC are more likely to be expected. And after further development of the game mechanics, logging out or quitting the game will not longer be easily possible. Piracy will also become more lucrative in long term, which means that this gameplay area definitely has a future. Moreover, future different systems will also offer a lot of space for illegal game areas.
You're a monster!
However, piracy is anything but safe, because you never know who you're pulling out of a quantum.
I can see the truth. No, you don't have to lie to me.
So it is also possible to pull out a battle-ready group on their way to the battle, or a merchant ship with the appropriate escort. Because the life of a pirate always includes the countermeasures of the victims, which also become increasingly interesting with ongoing game mechanics and further development.
Waiting for you. You won't like what you see. Yeah, I feel like a monster. I've become your nightmare, sleeping in your dreams. I'm the definition of the worst kind of me.
But that is precisely what makes this gameplay area so appealing, just that this inevitably gives every trader a thrill when he is charged with a high-value cargo. The gameplay experience is all the more positive, of course, if you are able to successfully fend off such a raid. Because like all gameplay areas, piracy is not a one-way street. But let's take a look behind the scenes of real pirates together with the German pirate org DOLUS, especially with regard to the extensive preparation and discipline required for such raids. For example, DOLUS has developed its own tool to calculate routes and corresponding interception points, or even to check targets in advance. In this way, their missions can be optimally prepared, whereby the idea of the gentleman pirate always counts for them. And if you're interested in a pirate life, you will find the link to DOLUS in the video description. See you again, and of course, see you in the verse.